Welcome back, guys. Hopefully you are now all set up on bandlab.com. You have an account and you've managed to get onto the digital audio workstation platform. If you do have any problems with it, please just send me an email and I will try and do what I can to get you set up from my side. Okay, we're going to use BandLab, but we need to do some theory input first. So we're going back to creating film music and using some chordal patterns in order to create something that's interesting and exciting, whilst being able to explore what composers are doing when they're writing this music in the first place. Now, hopefully this is going to give you some ideas about what you might want to use in your compositions, but also open your minds a little bit to what composers are doing when they're creating these pieces of music in order to make you feel a specific way and how they're achieving that, okay? Now, in order to make this work, we're going to have to do a little bit of backtracking on some theoretical knowledge. And we are going to go back to the difference between major and minor. Now, we all know this, very simple. Major, bright, happy, joyful. Minor, on the other hand, dark, sad, gloomy. And the only difference between the two is the distance between the notes. Now, I've never really showed you this as a concept because we've always done it from a very heavily theoretical perspective, using first tones and semitones and then using key signatures, which is absolutely the right way of doing it. But for this exercise, I'm going to show you a little treat. And it's a cheat that will hopefully allow you to compose a little bit better. So the only thing that you need to remember is, for major, 4/3. And for minor, 3/4. Okay? Now all that means is, let's concentrate on the major first. We have a root note on the C here. We then move up 4 semitones. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we get our E. We then move up 3 semitones. 1, 2, 3. And we have our G. C, that is our major triad. Now for a minor triad, the only thing we need to do is switch those two numbers around. So 4/3 becomes 3/4. We have exactly the same root note, which is a C. We then count up 3 semitones. 1, 2, 3. And we have our E flat. We then count up 4 semitones. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have our G, C, E flat, G. And all of a sudden it sounds gloomy. Now it doesn't matter which note that we use for our root note, it's exactly the same process. So let's take a look at a different root note. This time we have a G. We're going to create the major triad. So remember, we use 4/3. If we were going to do the minor triad, we would switch it round to do 3/4. So the 4/3, the major triad, we start on the G, we move up 1, 2, 3, 4, we get a B, then we move up 3, 1, 2, 3, and we get a D. So we have G, D, major triad, G major. If we do the same for G minor, we have the same note as a starting point, G. We then move up 3 semitones, 1, 2, 3. We get the B flat. Then we move up 4 semitones, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we get the D. The minor triad. For this purpose, I'm going to display the major triads with a capital M, and I'm going to display the minor triads with a lowercase m. Okay, this is very important for the first instance. Okay, so this is really important to have in your heads because we are now going to move on to discovering how film composers and video game composers and TV composers use this very simple combination of major and minor triads and the relationships between them in lots of interesting ways in order to create particular feelings. So move on to the next 2 videos and then there'll be a final video on what I would like you to do with them. All right? Thanks very much. Good luck. Bye-bye.